Robin.
Oh, yeah. That means one thing. Ice-T is in the studio. I was ready to say in the house, and
I'm in the house.
I would have sounded really, really old school.
Yeah. We're in the building.
I'm reading in the prep sheet. I never knew this. You were in the Breakin' films?
Yep, that's where I was. That was my first time being in movies.
What did you do in Breakin' or
Rap.
Breakin' 2? Oh, okay. You had a small part?
Like, you know, when Shabba-Doo and Boogaloo Shrimp and them were in the club, I was the guy on the stage, and I was rapping. It was kind of like a featured background person. I didn't have lines, I just rapped.
I think I did know that, actually. Maybe I have heard that before.
I haven't watched the Breakin' movies in a while.
I thought Beat Street was a little better. I mean, you know, from my experience in white suburban North Brunswick, I have no idea which one was more realistic, but I preferred Beat Street.
And we want to say good morning to Coco, too, of course. He's here with Ice-T.
I'm here.
And
bright and early.
I was just telling Ice-T that usually we like to see the show before you guys come in, and we didn't get an advance copy, and then you said quickly that it's a comedy.
Well, you know, we went to shoot the show. 8 years ago, they came at us to shoot a show. Coco did this thing called Hip Hop Wives, and they wanted to do one. I was like, nah, reality show to break up the marriage and everything. I'm not with it. You know, 8 years later, they kept coming, They kept coming, and finally I said, look, we'll do it under one circumstance, is that you really shoot us. You get us, and you don't twist it. You know, because my relationship is important to me. If we fight or whatever, we'll do it, but don't add anything.
Fake drama,
no fake drama.
Or like assisted reality.
Assisted.
Or edit it in a way to make it worse than it really was.
Right.
That crap.
They after the first show, they said, you guys got a comedy. You know? And I'm like, I'm funny. And then we started to look at the scenes, and I'm like, kind of funny, you know, when you look at it. Yeah. So it came out as a comedy, and we shot all 8 shows. I've seen them. We're very happy with them, and I'm very critical. You know, I'm protecting myself. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't touch one frame of any show. I just said, let it go. It looks good.
Oh, there's nothing you wanted out. You were fine with all of it.
I mean, you know, I'm in control of what I do. I just, like I say, I just don't need a twist or something put on there. You know, so they got the tone of it, and I'm very happy of it. So it's a reality show I'm proud of. But Coco will tell you, it's like we broke the trend.
Well, I believe we broke the trend because nowadays everything is a train wreck, you know, and it seems this is really a housewife show. And you see, this is if you lay across every network has like a housewife show, including housewives of this, housewives of that, housewife, and it's like they seem to be unhappy. You know, and this
In a mansion.
And this is
In a mansion, right.
And this is the one housewife show where I'm very happy. You know? And I've proved that we can be together for 10 years and still be happy. And under the circumstances that I work for Ice, you know, I'm his assistant. So I'm not just the housewife that stays at home. I'm the cute housewife that is his assistant.
She's like my Sharon Osbourne. She keeps me together, holds it down. You know.
Who's the boss, though? Because Sharon certainly runs that operation.
Well, I'm very organized, anal person. You know, I'm
Don't say anal on this show. All these guys just got erections. You said that.
That's your brain.
I listen to Opie and Anthony. I know what goes on in this.
He's reading the room. Coco said anal. Pretty accurate.
Why do you make it so easy for us?
But I am. I'm very much of a perfectionist, and you know, he needs that. His life was so unorganized when I came in, you know, and I just slightly organized him, and here he is. You know, he's still.
I mean, I guess if you say who's the boss, at the end of the day, I'll have the final say. But I don't. My job is not to override everything she's doing because I have her in charge trying to make things right. So we got to balance it out. You know, some guys just don't want their woman to have any say. So I'm like, well, then it's only one person running the show. I mean, I appreciate having a partner because a lot of things. And as an artist, I can generate money. I'm just not into crossing the T's and dotting the I's. You know, that's just not my thing. So I want to do the art. And I would watch just Osbournes, and I'm like, would Ozzy have a mansion if it wasn't for shit? I mean, does he even know he's on TV? You know, and I'm a big fan of Oz, you know. And when he does his thing, can nobody touch him? But that's his thing. Now, paying phone bills, I don't know if that's what Ozzy
Ozzy's not a receipt saver.
right, exactly.
We'll write this dinner off.
I can't see him saying that.
That's probably not Ozzy's thing either. You're right, but that's what she does. A lot of artists, but I hope you watch the money, because a lot of artists, especially with royalties, musicians, get fucked by the companies and by people because they don't watch the trail. It's hard for
I've already done that. I've already, lost the money because of that. Fortunately, I've been in the game 25 years, so I've gone through that zone of wasting money. I had 15 cars, giving all your money to your friends, and all. I've been through that. And
business managers or whatever that don't look out for you.
The whole thing.
Wow.
But fortunately, I've been able to sustain, and now that I've gotten on Law and Order, I've been on there 12 years. I've got my books tight and everything. So I survived the the coming of age of a celebrity, where you usually, if you don't make it past that point, you're through.
You know what you just he just described MC Hammer, who we had in here.
Yeah.
And he couldn't keep sustaining it, and that's the problem with MC Hammer. So he gave all his money away as he was going, but then all of a sudden the money stopped coming in. And then he was in deep trouble.
There's a guilt that goes along with success. When you're making it and all your friends aren't, and you want to help
bring
them.
some people up.
And you can't even come around your neighborhood in a new car because everybody's still broke, and you want to see your friends come, and you want to go on vacation, but you don't want new friends, so you bring your friends. It starts to cost a lot of money, But after you've done it for a long enough time, now my boys is like, Ice already paid us. He did more than he had to do. Can he live?
Around, right?
Let him live. Let him live. He doesn't owe anybody nothing, So I've made it through that growing period of fame. And people that come from nothing, they understand that. You got your family. And it's not that they're asking for it. You feel guilty in a way to say, I won.
Because of your success, you mean? Or like you have what they don't have? And it's like, you start to feel like, I'm obligated to do something.
Yeah.
And then there's some that will. Sugar Ray Leonard was in the other day, and in his book, he's talking about the people and how they just don't stop asking you for money. Family, friends.
Well, you just got to say no after a while.
It's hard, though, right?
It's hard, but after a while. And then you say no. You say, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm that. You tell them, look, I got to pay taxes. I got this, I got that. And they go, and I can tell my friends, look, man, I owe $1 million, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, and I'm having this. And they go, okay, I get it. Nah, it's bad. But can I still borrow $5? It's like no matter what you say, they're like looking at what they see, and you're on TV. I mean, how can you not?
Right. Yeah.
By the way, you missed let me tell you everybody what they missed. Ice-T said you're on TV, and 3 desperate faces looked up. He was speaking kind of metaphorically.
Yes.
Like us.
We've had a wild 2 days. So
Yeah, it got a little crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about going pretty much from gangsta to mainstream over the years. You successfully pulled that off.
Yeah.
Were you catching any flack when you first kind of started going mainstream about like your street cred and people going like you sell out and shit like that?
Only time I ever get it is from the square. You know, like the cats from the hood know. They're happy to see me successful.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? They know that, when you're in the streets doing that, you're doing that because those are the options that are open to you. As new options open, if you don't take them, you're a sucker. You coming from the ghetto complaining about not having an opportunity, then you get an opportunity and you don't take it, then you're a sucker. Now, you got corny people on the sideline. Oh, he's lost his street cred. What the fuck do you know about street cred? Any damn way. My street cred is bulletproof. I've done whatever has to be done to get the street cred. That's why I just put out my new book called Ice. It's Road from South Central to Hollywood. And it shows the transition. But, those who say don't know, and those who know don't say. I'm far from a cop. Trust me. Just trust me. I'm a good actor.
I love that explanation.
You put out, by the way, the book, right? Pimp. You put out. Didn't you?
I wrote the foreword to Pimp by Iceberg Slim.
Right, but you kind of re-released it or whatever.
Yeah, because I admired Iceberg, and that's where I got my name. But then at some point in reading the books, of course, at first I wanted to live his life. Then I realized he's a writer. At some point it hit me like he's a writer. So if I really want to be held forever in people's hearts and in their minds, I need to document the game. It's not about being the biggest hustler on the street. It's the one who wrote about it. That's who gets to, last forever.
It's an amazing book. I've read it twice.
I've read it too. Love it.
From when was he alive? In like the 40s? He was.
And we just did a movie on his life too. We did a documentary on It's Not Done. But that's what my music was meant to be, like documentation of the game.
Are there photos of him? And who is the guy, the other one who had the cat, Miss Peaches, Who was that? The tall bald pimp who I think he got everything from. That's the guy I want to see a photo of.
Oh my God, damn!
It's probably been a while, right? But
yeah. I'm trying. I'm supposed to know that name.
I don't know it either.
Yeah. Well, see, probably his name was Mac. That's a good name for a pimp, Mac. You know? But, you know, that's what it is. So if you read my book is kind of like in the same sense. It shows the growth and it shows all the different channels I went through in music. And, yeah, then how do you end up on Law and Order?
Right.
How did that happen? But, you know,
that was a great run.
Hey, I'm still on it. You know, I just re-signed for another couple years. So, you know, I'm able to do that. Then I'm over here doing my rock band, playing Cop Killer over on this side of town. And I'm, you know, it's just those people that really know me, when they watch our TV show, they'll laugh. They'll go, yo, that's Ice right there. Because I'm comfortable with who I am.
Some of the music you did years ago, does it kind of seem silly now, all the fuss that was made of it, when you look at what's going on in music today and on the internet and whatnot?
Yeah, well, you know, come on. I mean, everything still seems silly in retrospect. It's like the news is real stupid, period. You know, it's like every time, you know, breast implants will explode on a plane. Oh, you know, every time something, I'm like, what happened? Did pit bulls stop biting people? That was like happening for a while.
That's the big story.
Yeah, like the big stories just rotate. So I was just one of the big stories.
Right.
It's all stupid. I mean, considering what's really going on.
Yeah, you know what? At the time, it was such a big story. And everybody was totally hating you, and it almost seems nostalgic and kind of funny now that there was such a fuss made of, you know, music.
The president was after me.
Oh, yeah.
But now I have something. How many people can actually say that the president of the United States of America spoke their name in anger?
You and Kanye West.
Yeah.
You really are.
But even when Kanye came out and said the president doesn't like black people, I'm like, have you listened to Public Enemy? It's like, this is not a new comment, you know?
Right.
This is new. But Kanye, you know, he said something at the time, and, you know, when you look down there and you look at New Orleans where he was, he saw those people sitting out in the street and the floods, that's how it seemed. It didn't really look like anybody cared. I don't think Beverly Hills would have been floating around that long.
Yeah, he spoke his mind, and then, goddamn, Michael Myers. Yeah, Mike Myers was next to him at the time, and his face just—it's like he looked at him like, "Why am I being dragged into this?"
He just wanted to read a few lines and get off the stage.
I've never seen such a pretend that didn't just happen face. He just stared straight ahead, hoping everything would go away, and he'd wake up and he wouldn't be there.
You see any of the other PE guys?
Oh, definitely. I just did a movie. I just finished directing a movie called The Art of Rap, where I interviewed a lot of MCs from back in the days, Chuck D, of course.
Yeah.
And it's more of a movie about how you rap, not the money, the girls, the cars. It's like the art form.
Right.
So we're going to have that out later this summer, too.
What do you think changed about, like, because you listen to rap from, like, the like Run DMC and the way they were, and the way it is now, lyrically, it's a lot different.
It went pop.
You think it got more pop?
No, it's pop. It's pop music now. Now what you're doing is you're listening to what you're hearing on the radio. It's pop music with a rap delivery. See, you could rap. Anybody can rap, but that's not hip hop. Hip hop has a special sound to it. It has a special vibe to it. But when you're doing a pop record and then you just happen to rap, that doesn't, Pink can rap. There's a lot of people that can rap. So it's lost its soul, if you ask me. But I say that meaning I want to inspire the soul to come back. I'm not saying it like a hater. I just want the kids to bring the soul back. I'd love to see an 18-year-old Public Enemy group come out right now, young kids, or a new KRS-One. Because no matter what we do, we're old now. We're older than them. We're the parents' age, so the kids don't want. So they need somebody from their generation to come out and rock the world.
What happened to KRS-One?
He's still out there, but since we live in a pop culture, if you're not on the radio, then people don't think you exist. You have to be on the radio. The little girls right now, they like, if it's not on MTV, then it must not be good. And then MTV doesn't even play music anymore.
No.
One last thing. I was talking to a 21-year-old girl the other day doing an interview. She said, Ice, about music. And I said, well, I made my money in music when people went to the record store.
Yeah.
She said, what's a record store? I swear to God.
Yep.
And I said, like Tower. Oh, no. Like warehouse. Virgin. FY. She said, like Best Buy?
Oh, shit.
And I said, well, they're trying to sell microwaves, really.
and Best Buy is even pushing kind of the music out. You go to Best Buy and try to find something. They don't care. Nothing's in an alphabetical order anymore. It's just kind of just thrown around.
It's all electronic delivery.
You ever think you'd see the day that there would be no bookstores and no record stores? Dude, in our lifetime? Are you crazy?
Dude, I got people, because I'm from the music business, every day an artist walks up to me, I want to get put on Ice, can you help me? And I ask them, I say, well, what's the last record you bought? And they give me this blank face. I'm like, so this is the industry you're trying to get into.
Yeah.
Now you ask why I'm on television.
Right.
God damn, yeah.
But you can't get. I went to get the Ozzy box set.
Of course you did.
I know. I did.
Of course you did.
Every discussion goes back to Ozzy. But I tried to. I went into Best Buy. Yep. They didn't have it. It's like you had to order it or go to a specialty store in Jersey. You can't get any type of specialty stuff like that unless it's the Beatles or somebody that's going to sell everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wiener's on TV. What's the hell with that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I think he's just trying to live up to his name, right?
Yeah, the Wiener thing.
That was not that impressive a dick. I'm sorry. It just wasn't.
No.
All smoke and mirrors.
No, it was the fact that, he was, he's a politician. He was lying.
So what does that do? A politician lying and showing porn pictures of himself.
They're all doing it. It's like everybody is doing that shit. It's just, you don't want to see it.
When you say politician, immediately I think creepy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm with Ice-T.
Yeah.
I think lying sack of shit. Yeah. And, creepy.
Doesn't matter.
I think helpful.
And it doesn't matter what side. So
absolutely.
Across the board for me. Hey, Coco's just sitting there looking all beautiful. And all.
Looking all beautiful.
And we got a reality show. I know.
She loves sitting around the men when we chop it up,
I do.
That's how a woman learns. Like, let the men talk.
I'll tell you.
Release a secret.
Here we go.
Ice he could sit here all day and just chat. I don't think he even knows that he's talking.
I love talking to the homies. I love when I'm in a room full of real live cats. It's fun. If now I'm with some squares, I'm ready to quit. I'm like, okay, enough talking to you guys. You're draining my cool.
I got an observation. I always felt like Ice-T was really scary. You're really likable.
Well, I'm likable until you cross me.
All right, but this is the first time we've met you. I mean, what I've seen like over the years, I'm like, man, he's intimidating.
No, I'm not.
But you're a very likable guy, sir.
You know
I
what
think
it
I've
is?
lightened him up too.
Yeah, she liked me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The most dangerous cats I've ever met are the most likable cats.
Yes.
Man,
They're the kind that smile and they laugh with you and show you the pictures of their kids, and they'll take a dinner fork and pull your fucking eye out of your head. It's the guys that act tough all the time. They're the ones that are insecure and they're trying to show it. So I'm very calm, but if there was a problem, you'd be glad I was here. You feel me? I got that other side, but people always say that. It's like, well, you're not mean. I'm like, well, you're not my enemy.
Right.
Yeah, why should you be? Right.
I gotta breathe. And like Coco said, I got Coco. What I got to be mad about, right?
Yeah.
Coco, you have a picture taken down recently on TwitPic. Coco knows how to use Twitter.
Yeah.
Her twit pics are ridiculous.
Yeah.
What was the photo they took down?
Well, just recently I balanced a can on my butt. And it was in a thong because, on my, if you follow me on my Twitter, I do thong Thursdays.
At Coco's World?
And Titty Tuesdays. Yes. So you get both T and A. If you're not into asses, then you're going to be in boobs. Either or,
You're like, damn, I got to wait a couple of days.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
is Wednesday?
Well, it used to be Wet Wednesdays, but I can't keep up with it. I gotta do two, and then it was like Freaky Feet Friday. So you show like shoes and people that are into shoes.
Oh, foot fetish guys, right?
Foot fetish guys. Yeah. I tried.
What did you do the one for Spartacus? What was that?
Spartacus is a Testicle Tuesdays.
Our dog.
That's my dog. He's cute Spartacus on Twitter. Yeah, and he does Testicle Tuesdays. PETA got at me.
What?
Because they're like, we want you to be the face of PETA along with Pamela Anderson and Charlize Theron, blah, blah, blah.
And
they're like, can you please neuter Spartacus?
No way.
Because, that causes diseases in their lifetime, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm trying to breed this little guy,
I want to know what guy can ever cut another thing's nuts off.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care what you're. I think the voodoo of that.
There's got to be some kind of karma. That goes with that. And we're not. We love his balls.
But you know what? To go back to my Thong Thursday,
go back, baby.
I get upset that people can have nude pictures up. Not like I need to have nude pictures
Frontal
up.
Nudity.
But then I have a thong on. Which I'm usually in when I'm on the beach. So it's not even anything outrageous. Yeah. And they take them down. Like, literally, I was balancing, and actually they were booty shorts that looked like thongs, to tell you the truth. But I was balancing a can on my ass, and by the way, my mother took the picture for me. See, the story goes,
family values.
Wednesday night. So it's Wednesday night, and I go, geez, Mom, we're eating pizza on the counter. Geez, I don't have Thong Thursday picture. I don't know what I'm going to do. I try to be funny. And she's like, oh, well, I'll get a camera. I'll take the picture. And I'm like, well, I want to do something funny. I look around the room. I look down. I see a Sprite can. I was like, let me try to balance this on my ass. I've never tried it before. People had asked me to do it, but I've never tried it before.
Did
so
a good
I squatted
job,
down. She got the camera. And I actually can do it. Now it's a trend. Now everywhere, TMZ picked up on that, and all girls are now trying to balance a can on.
We're doing TV interviews, and people are like, well, do you think Coco would balance the can on? No, dumbass, no. Yes. That was just one night, her and her mother, stupid.
I never saw that photo. Not that I'm really hoping we could see it.
I'm going to put it back up.
Okay,
I got a new Who Say page. If you guys know what a Who Say page is, it's just for celebrities and athletes who can actually put anything they want on, up on there.
Oh,
wow.
And
that's handy.
So I'm going to repost it soon.
It's a famous picture, I think. So far, that's been your most famous.
Why can't we do it today?
I know. I'm not wearing the right stuff.
We have someone that works for the show that loves Coco's ass.
Oh,
I'm gonna guess it's either Danny or Mars.
Oh yeah.
There you go, the picture.
Oh, there it is.
Oh shit.
Wow.
There it is.
It's on television.
Wait, where does it?
Where did I come in?
That's Apple TV.
That's CNN.
Oh, Apple TV.
It's a national situation.
Apple TV.
It's Apple TV. We just popped it up for
Travis is amazing in there.
Yeah.
Danny and
Very good.
Mars especially love Coco's ass.
Holy shit.
I've never looked because she's a married woman, but I'm here. It's
None of
very
us are
lovely.
complaining about it, trust me, but Danny and Mars especially love it. Can't get enough.
That is a nice getup.
Coco, your ass.
Wow.
See, and that's not showing too much, honestly, guys.
They shouldn't have taken that down. I got to tell you, your
Twitter's
ass.
afraid of booty.
Your ass comes up in discussion a lot on the show.
Really?
As the go-to ass, yeah.
Really?
It's the go-to
Yes,
ass.
I'm serious.
It's funny, Coco, when she, we got together, a lot of women are like, oh, she has a fake ass. I'm like, fake ass? We never even heard of fake asses before, right? She's like, I got breast implants. That's cool, but a fake butt? And, I told her, I said, well, just take that as a compliment. They just look at it like it's impossible. Right. It could be real. But it's real. I would have blown out any type of, anything that was back then. It was fake. And I'm a brother. I mean, I could go with the booze, but I need real meat.
Can we talk about the fake ass for a second?
Yeah.
Is that possible? Wouldn't it be a pain in the neck to sit the fuck down?
It is possible.
People are actually doing it.
I've actually seen it, touched it, and everything.
Is it uncomfortable to sit down?
Well, that's the thing. Okay, I might be a hypocrite when I say this, but yes, I got my boobs enhanced at 18 years old. I'm against the butt implants. And people go, well, you did that. Why would you be against that? But seriously, think about it. I'm not sitting on my chest. It's like your butt
totally
is
different.
the main key on your body. You're constantly doing something with your legs. And I've seen a lot go wrong. I've seen one droop down.
It doesn't seem like it could be as natural looking.
They got the implants in there. They got the shots or whatever. It's just...
They're
nasty.
creepy looking. They don't look. There's something off about them.
I mean, when I say
you don't bang. I don't bang your boobs. I bang your ass. You know what I'm saying? Now it's good to have some meat back there because I don't want to break a pelvis of anything when I'm in motion.
Some padding, right? Right.
Something tells me Ice-T's an animal.
I'm a man. Oh yeah. Are we going to
that shit up?
Well, we have this thing that people have been asking us how we keep our relationship together. And we have this thing that we call the sexual code.
Okay.
And I think every man, every woman has a sexual code. Now, the code is whatever it takes to turn you the fuck on. Okay? It might mean you might need to see your girl in a wetsuit and figure skates. I don't know what the code is. The question is, are you willing to tell the code? And are they tell the code? And are they willing to accommodate the code. And we all have a code, you know? And the thing of it is, usually when you're just dating, you're afraid to tell the code because it might be a little too kinky.
Right.
But once you understand the code, it's going to be good.
And it could be a bunch of codes.
It could be a bunch of codes. Yeah, it could be a bunch of codes.
It could be a long list of codes.
Could you give us one of your codes?
Yes, Jimmy.
I like when I'm having sex with a girl and she talks about how she's fucked guys who are better fucks than I am and have bigger dicks than I do.
That turns you to fuck off.
Well, it's just such an it's such an easy thing to find. But yeah, I like the humiliation of it because I'm so jaded after all these years of porn. It's like I'm so numb that I like two girls, but it's like I would rather hear about her telling me how she would rather be fucking somebody other than me because that's taboo.
And that just makes you explode the three-way orgasm where you fart and you come and you get a headache.
If she says it right, it becomes the four-way because I shit as well.
Four-way.
I talked about the three-way one time on Twitter, and people were like, "Are you what? A headache?" And then some people was like, "Man, I know what that one is." Well, you really think you're gonna die when you're extreme. You're like, wow, I love you.
Another code.
Some gasket's going to blow somewhere.
Right. Toes are about to pop off like rockets.
Today is Code Friday. I like if body scent is good, I like no deodorant. I like a little smell under the arms. That could be very sexy with feet.
See, look, I think you might have hit one of Coco's toes.
Coco likes that.
I don't need deodorant as long as the chemistry's good. If the body chemistry,
yeah.
That's nature telling you that you should be or you shouldn't be.
I gave up one of my codes. I go into stalker mode right before we get home. So, like, right before we get ready to come in, we've been out all night. Then I'll say, walk in front of me. She walks. I let her open the door.
He wants to be
I
like,
want to
he
be
doesn't
behind
know me.
her and follow her into the house and kind of like, you know, because you got to think when you're with your girl all night, you don't really get to see her because she's right with you. Everyone else gets to admire.
Right.
So I'm like, just walk ahead, and you walk into the door, and then I come through the door, and I'm evil Mick, you know.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah. You get to be creepy guy at the party for a minute.
Guy from the party that followed her home. Exactly, and that's it works for me. That's just one of the many codes of the Ice.
Yeah, there are many codes, and they can be physical too. But for me, they're more mental because you can't create. It's usually mental.
You're more mental.
But then also with your girl, they have to find out the code, and they have to work on it to become the best at it, so you don't look anywhere else.
By the way, when is your show on? It's Sunday night.
You just sold the show.
Yeah.
You just sold the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Sunday nights at 10:30. We come on right after Kardashians on E.
Oh, you're on.
Great.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
That's not a bad.
That's a good slot.
Starting this
Yes.
Sunday.
slot.
Yeah, we said they're going to change the channel to the Boo D channel.
Everyone
the
is
Boo E channel.
Everyone is screaming. What is Coco's Twitter? It's Coco's World.
It's Coco's World. Go check it out.
And for the
CO.
losers out there, you can follow me, which is Final Level, FINALLEV.
Why not Ice-T? Who has it?
There was some gay dude in Arizona that had Ice-T.
Really?
Yeah, when I went on Twitter, I didn't go on Twitter. I wasn't the first person. So I went there and there's some guy on there saying like Ice-T stuff like, I'm cool, keep it hip. You know, and I'm like, all right, you can just have that world. If you want to be me so bad, fuck you. But and my production company is called Final Level Entertainment, Final Level Productions.
Okay.
I think we're all trying to get to the final level. Plus, I'm a gamer, and that's what we try.
Nice.
So I just said, well, there's a chance I promote myself and my.
What's your game?
I play
Right
Call
now.
of Duty. Right now,
Yeah.
I'm a character in the new Gears of War 3.
I love Gears of War. Yeah.
I play a character named Griffin. That's coming out. That's that talk about money. And I didn't get any of this money. I just got paid to be in the show. This game has sold over 1 million pre-sales at about $100 a pop.
It is amazing. There's some game franchises where, like Call of Duty, that are just instant moneymakers.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Rockstar games that put out all the Grand Theft Auto.
I was in Grand Theft Auto.
I was in.
So were we.
In 4
Yeah.
in Red Dead Redemption.
You guys were?
Yeah. I'm the guy.
Billy.
I sell the guns in the gun store.
I'm the main guy at I'm the last guy in San Andreas. Was
Right.
Yeah.
San Andreas. Oh,
I
yeah.
was the cracked out.
Right. Yeah.
It's Mad
Shit, yeah.
Dog.
Mad Dog. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's great,
in this one I'm Griffin, and I also did a body count song for the game. For the horde mode.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
we're all
they're-
together there in the games. That's
Listen,
dope.
man, hell yeah. I love gaming, man. They're cursing all the time with these goddamn little bastards shooting me, knifing me.
Yeah.
I hate those son of a bitches with the knife. come around. You're all, armed for bear, and you're going out there. You got your good weapon. And you just hear, and then you just see some asshole running away from you. Hate that. I hate that.
He's a gamer.
Yeah.
She loves the fact I game. A lot of women don't like the fact their men game. Coco has a great answer for it. She goes, at least you know where they are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And if you've seen a lot of female gamers, you ain't trying to hook up with them. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm talking a fat pig, 1520. Yeah, they're not exactly attractive.
Well, they're saying you guys got stuff to do.
Yeah,
so.
they're busy today, man. Ice-T and Coco, yeah.
This was a great interview. We've been on a lot of interviews. They'd be like, so your show comes on Sunday night. Ice, you're a rapper. Coco, you've done a lot of modeling. Thank you. Good. Nice meeting you guys. Bye.
Fuck that. Do? We like hanging and talking. Believe me, if you guys were able to come in earlier, we'd have loved to talk to you more. And
we'll come back.
And we would love to have you back. Absolutely.
After you guys see the show.
Well, and Coco's got to come in with the proper attire for Nash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get the Nash shot in here.
I think if she did it for anybody, she'd do it for
would
this
you do
show.
it for us next time?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
And I would love to talk some like old school shit with you, NWA, all that era. That era it fascinates me.
Go to YouTube and hit The Art of Rap, and you'll see the trailer for my movie. It'll be what you want to see.
Fantastic.
And, yeah.
When is that coming out?
It'll be out this summer. It's editing right now.
Okay, so it's close.
Yeah,
good.
It'll be out this summer. But I can't. I mean, I got so much stuff. I only can promote one thing at a time.
No,
you're a busy guy, man.
Come back when that's ready.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Listen, but they're promoting their reality show, Ice Loves Coco. Baby Got Backstory. Premieres Sunday, 10:30 on E.
Yeah, right after the Kardashians, right?
Yeah.
Right,
It's a great spot.
The Baby Got Backstory, that was the preview. They've already shown that. So it's just Ice Loves Coco.
Okay.
And it's a spin on I Love Lucy. That's what it is.
Nice. A little different, though, huh?
Yeah, a
You guys
little
are
bit.
sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah, and Lucy can balance cans.
Never seen that.
All right, guys.
cool.
This was a pleasure.
See you Monday.
Have a good
Thank you,
weekend
man.
and
Absolutely.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I hear the music. It gets into you. I hear the music. Millions of watts. All of this low-level sound, well, it gets into you. And so I said, well, you know what? I hear the music. Bring back the music. All of this music. Well, you know what? I hear the music. And so I said to him, bring back the music. And he said, excuse me.
Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my fucking mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth.
And so I said to him,
wait a minute.
I hear the music.
Wait a minute.
I hear millions of watts. And so I said to him, you all talk a big thing, you only talk it, you don't walk it. And he said, excuse me.
Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my fucking mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth.
Millions of watts going up into the ionosphere. You hear it through the front of your skull. I hear millions of watts. You hear it through the front of your skull.
What was the last word that was said today? That ought to hold the little fuckers.